The ocean claims thousands of drowning victims every year, but many more are avoided thanks to the numerous lifeguards patrolling our beaches. The competitive aspect of surf lifesaving evolved from the training activities at clubs in Australia and New Zealand. It's a fascinating sport, and we can learn more here from Siv Ngesi.
This is a rescue buoy, invented by Captain Henry Sheffield in Durban, South Africa. He was an American, but he made it in South African, so we South Africans will claim it. This is used to float through the waves and save lives. Can you imagine how many lives rescue buoys have saved across the world? So why am I telling you this? Because the 2017 General Tyre Lifesaving South Africa National Championships takes place at Camps Bay Beach at the end of March. And I'm going to give you the background about what makes the sport unique. Lifesaving history dates back to the 1800s. Surf lifesaving was started in 1906 in Australia in a response to a series of local drownings in Sydney. Groups of volunteers were trained in lifesaving methods, and they patrolled the beaches as lifesavers, looking after public safety. In the next few years, other groups started emerging across Australia, New Zealand, and the rest of the world. Organised lifesaving emerged in 1913 in Durban, South Africa. As swimming became popular, more and more swimmers became in danger. There were surfers out in the water who were enjoying the Durban waves, and they were always first to intervene. They became the first surf lifesavers in South Africa. These surfers saw the need to form squads to patrol problem areas. The second step was to make clubs as base of operations. The first clubs were in Durban, South Africa in 1927. As these ocean men went about their service, many wanted to improve their skills by training, and these sessions naturally evolved into competition amongst peers. The understanding is that the better these skills are executed, the better chance a lifesaver has of saving lives. Surf lifesaving is distinctive, as it emerged from mainstream competitive sport from the simple origins of trying to improve your ability to save lives.
31-year-old Siv Ngesi was born in Gugulethu near Cape Town. He's an actor and comedian and is currently starring in Mnet's Winging It. Siv is passionate about the sport of surf lifesaving and from early on was into debunking myths.
I am a black guy who can swim. Please believe it or not, yes, they do exist. You know, how I started swimming is because when I grew up, they always said that black people can't swim. So the thing is I decided that I needed to learn how to swim because everyone said I couldn't swim. Learn how to swim, and I did that, and I did that, and I started swimming, learned how to put my head underwater, and I played Western Province water polo. I played goalkeeper from grade 8, and I was hard to stop. The irony is that I was a goalkeeper named Siv. If you know what a Siv is, it lets everything through. But I was a prolific goalkeeper, and it's always a pleasure and a privilege to jump into the pool. I think the most important thing with my relationship with General Tyres and Lifesaving South Africa is that I think the face of swimming needs to change. I think the face of swimming has always been a blonde white guy running on the beach with blue eyes. And I think it needs to be everyone. Every single picture of people swimming needs to be every single race. So every kid must know that he can swim. He needs to learn the basics of swimming, and that the black people don't only have to go to water and swimming day after New Year or Boxing Day. They need to know that the basics of being in the water. Don't fight the current, which way to do it, which a lot of us who know how to swim do it naturally. And we don't know doing it naturally because we've been taught throughout the years how to do it. For me, the simple basic thing of when you're underwater, breathe through your nose. You know, like breathe out through your nose so you don't have water in your nose. I learned that when I was a kid. So a lot of kids don't know that. A lot of kids are drowning in the shallowest of waters and dams, and it's so sad to see. My friend Rick Nickling and I have always been talking for years about how we can help stop kids from drowning. We've always been trying to work on stuff, and we've just been quite proactive to be able to be involved as much as possible in saving kids who are drowning in water they should not be drowning in depth that they should not be drowning in. It doesn't actually matter how deep water is, as long as you can do the basics in swimming. And when I was younger, we used to have pools in Gugulethu, which is a township in Cape Town, and there used to be the deep end, and no one used to be there. And I was the only kid who was at the deep end, and we just have to be able to make swimming a part of life like chicken is in our lives. The sport of lifesaving, apart from learning how to save lives, the sport of lifesaving, it's competitiveness. I like to compete. People love to compete. I love seeing people compete. That's why I love professional sports. What people don't understand, in countries like Australia, lifesaving is huge. It's a professional sport. In some areas, it's bigger than rugby, bigger than cricket. And I think we need to get to the point in South Africa where we show people that lifesaving is a competitive sport, and you can go there and watch it, spend an entire day with your kids and family, bring a picnic out here and watch people compete. And I'm telling you, some of the best will show up some of the professional sportsmen who are doing other sports across the nation. You know, let's be honest, I've played rugby, I've played water polo. All we're doing when we're playing rugby and water polo is trying to score a try or score a goal or stop someone from scoring a try or stop someone from scoring a goal past you. Life-saving is your training to be a better person at saving lives. Like, how can it get any better? Like, these people, all they're doing week out, week in, is training to be better at saving people. So a lot of them are volunteering to be saving lives. I repeat, these guys are volunteering to save lives. So I think the least we can do is actually support them. It's such a pleasure and a privilege that General Tyres has actually gotten involved in people saving lives. So they get you to the beach safely. And when you get to the beach, they make sure that you are safe in the beach because they're involved in life-saving. It's a win-win situation.
Keep an eye out for the General Tyres Surf Life-Saving Championships of South Africa on your World of Champions. If you would like to showcase a sporting story, an event, a character, or a spectacular achievement with us, let us know at showcase@supersport.com.